Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Tuesday, the 3rd of September. Now, 2 days ago, on Sunday the 1st, I posted this video, and in it I discussed this strange little story that has come about. Harry wants to return, in part, to the royal fold to do minor royal duties to increase his reputation. Well, the story just gets weirder and weirder because, as I said in that video, the cynic in me thinks this is completely ludicrous. And like I said in the video, time and time again we've seen these weird reports or media briefings come out where we know it's absolute nonsense, and it's almost as if the Sussexes are testing the water. Well, I firmly believe one of the theories is this story is exactly that. It was testing the water, because as of last night, that story has completely done a 180. According to the Telegraph, the Duke of Sussex is focused on future in the United States, according to sources. After speculation, he's seeking fresh start. According to the Telegraph, Harry has no interest in returning to royal duties in the UK and is focused solely on the future in the United States, well-placed sources have told the Telegraph. They continue that Prince Harry's efforts to maintain contact with old friends, coupled with the evident desire to repair his relationship with the King, have prompted renewed speculation that he is seeking a fresh start and even an official working role within the family fold. But multiple sources close to Harry have said that this is not the case, and he is happy and settled in California with an amazing new set of friends and several projects on the horizon. So this left me scratching my head, because the well-placed sources that the Daily Mail reported on, and the fact that they made the suggestion that Harry wanted to come back in somewhat diminished capacity under the guise of Operation Bring Harry In From the Cold, had to have come from somewhere. And in the Daily Mail's report, it suggested that his friends were the ones that were outspoken about Harry's desire to come back in some form of scope. So we have several explanations, in my opinion, of why this has occurred, because we've got one camp saying one thing, we've got another camp swiftly denying that, because this wasn't anything from the royal family. It came from Harry's friends, or so-called friends, I might add. Now, as I've said numerous times, so many foundations and stories are laid down just to test the waters about the public opinion and then swiftly retracted. It's happened time and time again, and I firmly believe that this could very well be one of those instances where the story gets leaked out of there to test the public reaction and test the waters, and then because of the humongous clapback from the general public going, absolutely not, never going to happen, never in a month of Sundays, that quickly they go, oh God, let's say I'm happy, I'm happy everybody, I've got no desire to come back to the UK. Now, the Telegraph are implying that the friends that spoke to the Daily Mail are newly acquired friends, not the old Etonian buddies. Well, that doesn't make any sense, because I don't think Harry has many loyal friends left. I mean, it seems like he's ghosted the majority of them, let alone anybody that's new that would be willing to speak up about Harry's attempts to try and come back into the royal fold, even in a diminished role. So this could very well have been an absolute desperate attempt for attention. There's also the fact that Harry is so upset with the British press that we know that he's often referred to dirty games, that he very well could, and this is just purely speculation on my opinions, could very well be playing a dirty game himself by planting the stories to make the Daily Mail look absolute fools, and then going, no, didn't say that at all, I'm quite happy. It could very well be a theory, because he's got the paperback of Spare coming out, and this could very well be a easy manipulated PR game to try and get him in the headlines of, look, you've put this story out, I'm going to refute it. Boom, you've got 2 articles running simultaneously in the media. It's an age-old trick to keep people relevant and to create that circus of swirling rumours and interest. Because, quite frankly, these stories don't come from nowhere. They've got to come from a certain source. So could it be that it was put out there to test the waters, and because of the public backlash, it was swiftly, no, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen? Or do you just think it was a PR game to get attention and get them in the media? There is a third option that I'd like to discuss. And again, this is just me spitballing ideas that I think might have happened. Because I've been in this game for nearly 5 years now, and I've learnt a lot of tricks that people use and manipulate news stories, manipulate social media to try and garner attention, and also where things are put out to hide smoke and mirrors and sleight of hand. There has been a huge amount of rumours swirling that all is not well in the land of Montecito. And a lot of people were saying that on the Colombia tour that Harry looked absolutely miserable. He took a back seat, Meghan was forefront, and Harry didn't like that. But it seems that these two stories are at counter odds with each other, which leads to the speculation that a divorce is imminent, or things are not quite as they should be, and that both camps are briefing against each other. And this is another one of the theories, is the fact that Harry put the feelers out to his friends and said, look, hey, things aren't quite right. I'm looking to maybe come back in a smaller capacity. Do you think you could test the waters for me, see what's going on? Then it reached the media, obviously, which Meghan Markle found out and went, that ain't happening, shot it down, and then threw some teapots. Could it have been a clandestine attempt of Harry to try and test out the waters behind his wife's back? Meghan got wind, clearly, because it was in the media, and then she isn't a happy bunny. What you've got to remember is that it is my firm belief that Meghan Markle is a narcissist. And when a narcissist isn't getting what she wants or what they want, but especially female narcissists, it can be a very dicey road, and it is full of dirty games and tricks. But it does seem rather obvious that Harry and Meghan are briefing the press with conflicting stories, or at least their camps are. So it could very well be that things aren't 100% happy and jolly in the world of Montecito. But for me personally, I am leaning towards them playing a dirty game with the media, that they can put out these stories only to dispute them a day or so later, which makes the royal family look bad, because it's almost as if to say they planted this story, when in fact the original story was never from the royal family in the first place. It stipulated that it was from Harry's friends, or Harry's so-called friends. It's a time-old game that some people in the public eye play in the media, and the media ate it up. Now, you could say that I fell for it, but I didn't, because I report on what's going on and what's been played out in the media with regards to the royal family and Harry and Meghan. And in my video yesterday, I was exceptionally sceptical. This then lies the foundation down for Harry to harp on continuously about misinformation. And quite frankly, it's easy PR for both Harry and Meghan to remain in the media. You know, they harp on about wanting their privacy and wanting control, but they really do have a lot of leaks in their camp. It's come out that Harry actually stayed with the Spencer family while in the UK for 4 days. Again, that story's got to come from somewhere, hasn't it? And if you look at the essence of the story, it is almost painting like a childlike game. Well, I had to stay with my mother's side of the family, not my father's side. I had to stay there because we've seen time and time again Harry saying, no, I didn't get invited. No, I didn't get invited to Buckingham Palace. No, didn't do this. Didn't get invited to Balmoral. And it's turned out, well, yeah, he did. He got invited. It's just that they didn't take them up on the offer. And it's ironic that this is playing out in the media, because Harry himself in his Netflix documentary said that the royal family play a dirty game. So do you guys think that this initial story of Harry wanting to come back under a diminished capacity as a working royal was put out by the Sussex camp just so they can clap back and say, no, everything's absolutely fine? There is another flip side to that, because as I've mentioned, the swirling divorce rumours, it could be another way of saying, no, we're fine, be quiet. Because where there's smoke, there's fire, and there has been so many blinds recently with regards to Harry and Meghan not being happy, consulting divorce lawyers. Last Tuesday, Crazy Days and Nights put out a blind saying he didn't go to the wedding, but the ginger-haired one has been invited to come and spend a few days at his old friend's home. If he goes, that will be the end of the ginger-haired one's marriage. Just a few days before that blind, on Friday the 23rd of August, they put, "This week was not the first time the illiterate one has consulted with a divorce attorney." And only yesterday there was one that said the ginger-haired one and this permanent A-list actor, sometimes director, had a phone chat on Saturday. Perhaps the ginger-haired one was asking whether the attorney who handled the divorce of the actor in such a quick and spectacular fashion would be interested in a new client. Now, I always take these blinds with a pinch of salt, but there is an undercurrent here. Well, one thing is for sure is that the spin doctors are scrambling and working very, very hard. So, your theories on this, or my theories on this, are that it was put out for PR and tactics to purely keep them in the media, because it's all a very, very big game of PR spin to put leaked info out only to dispute it a day or so later to make themselves look like the martyrs of misinformation? Or do you think that it wasn't that it was true, and that Meghan got wind of it and has literally shut it down, and that the rumours of an impending separation are true? Because it does seem like both camps are almost fighting against each other in the media. Both theories have their merit, but I would love to know what you all think. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts.
Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.